but you're not scientific for a demo to the and they were yari but you're the what to a so and one casa will lose weight. I don't think what diet here, but you're dietitians and one year well qualified and very professional. A name, one bet me a share now, one who nutrients I hold where you're the mouth, and in Yania hold where you're the mouth, pedia, and you moja. I don't jar up a wood hear me. Now, me pacho or how be that was called not scientific herbal for I say yet. Not when you want more any and come more. I feel what bone related diseases and that's a challenge. Okay, say no more baby, I touch you back, pacho what she has say. I'm a when you fracture no pay. Not scientific for that rubber. One more a baby yaw no. And the uncle yenning in no idea favor. Heart related diseases, dear pacho one more tenant STIs. Ningina no one more a year from my own so home at me at all. I hope I say we are dear friend detoxification and obey on the next scientific for any and now one more benjo so I share any sour how Ningina no idea favor. Pacho bank one more on Krabata me back on a war a year. Sprinters Road no so Rainbow IT Electronics build the next hop. I feel would do typhoon so one more a war Fairview guest house. One more adjacent to pay not when you were more any income. Kumase, Beko Ahima Kokobe, a whole and I'll be home. Next scientific herbal and research clinic. Not when you were more Eddie and Kobo. And I'll pay for one more on 0244 120269. 0244 120269. Not when a next scientific for any income. I'll pay not one more MJ. Bayport savings and loans for that Roma. But your woman for fixed deposit investment Tediaba. I said the Debia no make but your fixed deposit in India. Banks are who don't need no AAB. I don't pay wood here now per bank back when Buamo Sikano and at the amount went to media raw business anymore. Bayport savings and loans the whole and I don't pay me come for at the amount. Bayport said me more one Kaya said nay. Get a 5,000 Ghana cedis and above. But your woman juice Sikano edit for the year. Na afin faso bebre na no abaso edia mo yenkwa na oba ye nchen ya ne otenase negotiate the level of interest we hear say beba o principal no eso na etimi aboa we acho emfa ho se woni account which ye be porto ba ye we hear your Ghana card ye ne obetenase ye di nkopo na afi ye be fixed deposit account ni be edia mo na osika no ebetimi ato so me ensa so me nsia ana say afeba nyina no ewo interest a wobetimi enya ewo osika no pempa cho beku ahodo ni individuals bebre na no namsa kwan so enya sika dia rora wo monyu mu pa be kanfo Bayport savings and loans fixed deposit investment dia mo no pay acho bora branches ni nyina across the country say o won kran ha obekọ kokomlemle ATTC school in China na when Bayport for Eddie and Kobo every one more bejo so na one more be account no Eddie so one more on 0245 153283 0245 and after 0263 00792 0263 00792 na when the Bayport savings and loans and income or pay. Kessben. We have from Portugal down here every morning. Mr. Speaker. The only speaker. Mr. Speaker. Ready for watching and pay. Mr. Speaker. Ready for. I don't know you've got the sound this week. One more down. Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. It's 48 after 7. What join here? The Amaya now. Come baby.
Kwame.
What was your name?
I never birthday. Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Your poor mama chocolate.
Matibra. Oh, you're not Fibia. You can be Busakra.
What's it?
Oh, you're not Fibia. I'm can be Busasa. Is it there? And no master son.
Is it chocolate in the boy?
So, Papa. Now, Kwame never birthday.
Look at an anchor box, you know. Or motor is 350. Is it a cost? And there are 4 days. Yeah.
My happy birthday, my dear, me and my wife.
Wife.
Me and my wife, Charlotte and Equia. Happy Thursday. Me name of Franny nyina me domo. Domo pa why?
Baby. Oh, I no pay chocolate no benya boss akofi.
Benya boss akofi ho. Says atamfo aniawu. Atamfo na mo aniawu. Atamfo su nyina akọ mutirim. Akọ mutirim o. Sabi akọ mutirim. Hey,
boys in this obo anka wa anka onya.
Omo anya dey.
Obo anka.
Wa hwe. Obi a ona omo kai me dey. Dey na omo kai me.
Omo ka say na Thursday.
Na Thursday me nim. Sabi ni. Anya ba ram ko me kan ho asem kire Kwame. Kwame na Thursday. Nti ma kan wani na omo ni na awuo.
Wha bim na wo hye.
Ma me san we se eye ma sorry man nyina ne titru. Ye sofo maame. Prophetess Cecilia Kwera mama ene ya adofo da de me se nyame nsrawo me do pa me maame me papa me nuanom nyina mabusuafo nyina na mfofo nyina etitiro ma no mo adwuma mu ha ene wo mo abonti nyina me do bia nyame nsrawo bia.
Okay. When your messages ana
dabi manya ba ko
obi ansande o message.
Oh, my wife na Sunday me bi ano pay menya bi wa Sunday ene me betu di atiro kwa me me fa nchira wa na
oze
me fa nchira o
e fa nchira
my wife na Sunday
message no come atifu atie dia
o say
ote
my wife send me bi
o be come atifu atie na
me dia o de bread man fa am atifu o de brame am fa atifu
asa me page na dia
o de brame me private yes is a warrior do the better radio so I chana asama ba ho o de better radio so a o be ga radio so a is it crowd is it no man so mo nya potrema ya mo bomu di radio so go ya ba na abonu fodo ho agim na warrior no ya wi what you say
ade no wa ya wi
oh David tie
wa ya ni pete mo bi
ba chaw mo ware radio presenters no say ya mo mudi ya na ha mo what you say na because you say warrior no board radio so a na abonu fodo ho agim atamfo do ho agim na warrior na e bibi unza abonu fo power le edunya bo mi di na mejere na mira rese nkwa na ho yire na fe hu ayahi etira Kwame Appiah Kubi ntambo no da biara de ndi achare ho no
ndamo de
babo ye yiri di wa
na me se me ngware
babo girlfriend
babo girlfriend
na Thursday be se bomoden sa wo ya bema sabe a ubi bia duadua ho so a bomoden se utotro mucho oba na sesa wale no boni di na chia no
na ma so se me ni obi a sesa wale
Kwame
mi bi so
wait me we should pa Kwame e be wonu so tie
ada me ga je o se
o tie so je o fet ye
me ma se me ni obi a sesa wale
adai etu unni dofobia
me nkan je se me ni obi a sesa wale nkan je o da bia
unni dofobia dabi nya so ni dofobia unni dofobi
dofobi ne say
mfan say broni be ka say o partner won ne court
question na obi sa tibisa ni ye
ana me bisa say okay we say o dofo a won ne court no
ana me say o say maba wo che abo amade say mi
o kwa bi say minim kwa minim ba ko ya mo fasi o de ya kwa bi na me du ya pa mo fasi sa utia wa hu do dia ya me kayo Appiah Sapon be jobo enie Richard Appiah Sapon producer jobo Kwame
yes
match
53 minutes after 7
fifth match was played na 3 years
you ready say
fifth match na 3 years
no nya 3 years
yeah wala ya
baby beautiful lines rema adofo I will show
my adofo enya pa
na ya ne sa but a chocolate day for Ghana the chocolate day Ghana Tourism Authority celebrate Vows Day with chocolate and Ma'am Yefia Wajeto, Ma'am Chiano, CEO for Ghana Tourism Authority. I don't pay good morning.
Okay, I'm going to say, Dino, how about you? na
woni maame afia wajeto
minimum no ana ya wesi ya
no na yesi for Ghana Tourism Authority
na ya wesi ba ko
na omo na air company say anopay wosi udo obi a express it through chocolate and you know monto chocolate
wa nya bibia man kwanya chocolate ba ko
exactly man so omo de ba ya monye
ya beje
it doesn't matter
ya man so maybe
chocolate na ya mom value
ya
ya de papa o say
man so
mu bi ho
mama ya to sa
mo abere yo
nya bi ta
I see. Kwame. Mame Nase. Now, there is a little exercise we need to do.
Okay.
Now, Afia Bidjafo no abem 54 after 7. In about 3 weeks. Everyone said 3 weeks more away. We did a story, Ewaha. Okay. Now, story no is all about Galamsey advocacy. For so many years now, some of us, we have dedicated ourselves say yebeye sa advocacy no to ensure say environment no be safe for mobia because environment is safe for you and I and the next generation after us no so bebre. Now through our advocacy we speak with a lot of passion na Ghana hano obiani adwuma me mayafa galamsey ho obiani enya me na anope me ba betrim aya na me prefer say adwuma wo ye no yes afoforo de beka exactly that is how I am and that is my nature.
Okay,
we did a story on our win constituency in the Western North region. Na yakofa story no eba ye no akofa nsem bebre na no the ide aba.
Okay.
The honorable member of parliament or our win Oscar Ofori Labi. In fact, onye madam.
Okay.
And then 2, me share personally one-on-one any incomoda.
Okay.
I have never intended say the MP award, you know. Okay. Mefa kon be so good. That has not been the intention. The intention is that we have a country to protect, and then adia edru baby a free says I see a Kamagana phone you know near campus. But through that reportage, you know, me bonidin.
Okay.
Okay. Eka seba na ekoso ewa will win. Na ninyina was premised on the information we gathered. Okay. Na me who says reportage you know I mean ankoye amfama the honorable member of parliament anopay nipa.
Okay.
I unreservedly apologize to him. In fact asembia ye kan ya ye de din ba mu ama issues bebre aba ho ninyina no anopay me the chopper kese pa e de man on my own behalf.
Okay.
And then on behalf of the company. Na Yemano NTS say enye bo apayo say ye begu ni ho fi. I mean some of these things happens. Enti anopay say otie adani nkrofo otia. We apologize to him for having brought his name into that conversation and all of that. Yapanicho na onfanche na afi yemko ye ni nyina ye chechire.
Oh yes, yeah, chiro mind Kwame.
Anopay you know that is what I wanted to do.
Okay. As
a matured person, some of these things will happen. But any effects, consequences, be a report, and their brain. We duly apologize to him on Fanche. Na afi yen na yen to so na yen adwuma. And that is one thing I no pay. I wanted to
Kwame na me fa kakran so say ye panichew. Adwuma no eden ya ye betia obinaso. Ti esrebo. De kan bia de see bia Kwame kan ye nso agege hu bia no. E me gina company na namu e de chopper manager honorable yesro. Ya unu anketo ane yen. Ebi kura na ubetimi awome ebi kura nti facha yen esro ani di mu de kan bia ebi nsibiem ti esre on behalf of the company and the show and the Kessben group esro facha yen ebi si ya no ebi nsibiem yedase
Kwame Babe Nase na yena Ghana for us.
Okay.
In fact ye wish you be a happy chocolate day. I don't remember to be among why
my wife kura send a message.
What is he saying?
Or say, tell Mr. Speaker that I heard him. He has promised us a 1 box of chocolate.
Oh, maybe it's a mama.
What son of you? I have my fan qua. One was so busy. I don't know. Mr. Name, I might just say me top me and Sapen and 9 pen alcohol. In
Marco and
pen me as a the box with me. What I mean, what?
Me bisa say mako na.
Me bo akwa me bo ana.
Oh message ni dey on there. I say be ho. Ana me bisa say chocolate na hen and castle to.
Me dey ka me to na but say I promise you box baako.
Single ones and nine. Oh, come baby.
Oh, what day?
I am anyaro.
Na say me ni sika. Kwame me ni sika.
Na chocolate dey here.
Me ni bi.
Every year be as me chiche bi ma.
What you my? It got you there my baako na baby am to me nsaka ho.
Na say I don't pay me to 2 boxes. No my chama mo. Na ye ne 3 na de baako kofi.
Oh, yeah that's it. Masa, yeah that's it. I'm cause you must be say. Because I read here am kwa. You be kasa e bia. What you say? O de akwache wa sorry for.
O de akwache wa.
Wa sorry for.
Wa sorry for yin.
Ya de man na de akwache wa sorry for. Ba de ati misra.
Bajo enti sorry for nka so mo hia.
O sinya misra wa sa de abanya misra pa uti o sinya misra.
Enti ja misra do so. But come baby.
Kwame.
Is your juba ya ye. Sometimes you can't be with her. People pick it up. Some of them they twist it to suit their own interests. But I feel that the international KBR is in the interest of the nation. Okay. I don't need to know somebody. Okay. I don't need you to know me as well. Oh yeah, DNA yebebo abaso. But people must not be twisted and say especially the political activists and the soldiers,
the social media people.
Exactly. But all the same, it's good. And yes. Mamena Ura Labias na mena Ghana for you now. But my entry so it is expected say former Attorney General.
Okay.
And never press conference. 10:30. What?
Meko Hobi. I'm a Kubi.
Godfrey Yabo Adame. Obe responded to Attorney General, right? This continuation of cases. Why day?
I see that to say Yabo Adame Johnson Siama case he say one tier futu ho. Your man of futu bi ano mfa. Nti na no ba hu say sebe enyina so papa to me nim. Yes,
okay. Only a straight bullet to
yes. So
it's more or less like one you right?
Sir. You know,
also Baba Secretary records.
Who's a wish you say opposition there you can't be here no. So I watch the side
but I like it in that way. I like it, yes, in that way because Ona now occupy office.
Okay.
Right? Ona will name the Ona will name the substantial evidence na a crowd. I don't like the fact say Obi Ohwa Obeba beheaded a ministry.
Yeah.
Na Obefra be mo akono issues ba ewo ministry wa. I mean almost no call silent. On kasa. Policy alternative via in free the home. Meanwhile, no, on our sector why Juma within the sector as head of the sector. And I think it's a new council.
Yes.
Now, and na be so your press conference. National organizer. Or this is your court.
I also and not crown on the lawyers in the court.
And Crawford, your mom, where you might
yes. Recruitment, no.
Until one in a year, you court. I agree, sir. You're forward, Juma, okay? Na yamfa kwan papa so anyi wadia. I mean by the labor laws, you know, as I say yamfa kwan papa so negotiations be ho ani aye. Aside that, you know, compensation be ho as I say the mawa near the amount. Good. But you know, this is politics. Womo fa kwan papa so na kwa adwuma ni mo de.
No na issue no.
Womo ye interview.
Enra.
Because I will share chief of staff letter now what they buy na. Obi wo ho no ma we resume adwuma we start adwuma on the 31st of November. Okay, it be 30th of November.
Yeah.
Na or starting 30th of November no. Ne appointment letter ye ne contract a we dey kwakoye adwuma ne ya backdate. Okay?
And they send
na ya kwakoye no e be February 2024. Indicating say onya adwuma no in February 2024, right? But the uja adwuma no in February 2024 eba ne say no watena ho no mo ama November 30th 2024 afa na wo resume adwuma o dia se ebi nso wo ho no ma yes interviews kro mo ankobi So interestingly, I came across some group of persons on Gimpa campus. Na GR4 trainee.
Okay.
So I can speak to it because on several occasions, I met them.
Okay.
At our campus. A recruitment GR4 nanka womo babe posti omo de omo akọ omo district offices in ade no.
Okay.
They took them to Gimpa for over close to 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Na ye kire omo ade on daily basis. Okay. And I remember say I had an interaction with some of them. Omo ka so yafa womo but awaiting their appointment letters. You know, as I say GRA edi omo fa through that kind of training.
Yeah.
Okay. And such people now, me in particular, me encounter woman no if say ene, so microphone be falling victim, of the SCNA ya revoke omo, appointment because they've gone through all the processes to an extent that omo for training monsoni there. Okay. There is also a scenario of obi aminim na onya appointment with Ghana Water. Also call interview near there. Also the appointment letter a man. All such people, no, I think say utie the chief of staff a na or say there will be an audit.
Okay.
You who say who go through the right processor.
Yes, I'm waba.
Ube resume wajuma, no akwakoye wajuma. But the question is that why do we need to sack all of them?
And Sanohon can be
and San Yabe
audits.
Because in fact, the records of employment, is not with the employee.
Yes,
it's with the employer.
Yes,
and the agency, not the employer now or employee, must be able to substantiate processes are the two acquire woman the party day.
Yes,
and sana the final appointment day. And I think those are the top hierarchy.
Okay,
must be the ones Omobeko ako prove say and Crawford yefa woman Gridco, Ghana Water, GRA, any they must be able to go and then justify what I say. I mean, and certain disclosures and so anchor. So again, Osha chief of staff statement or they buy and also during the transition, they were expecting said the outgone government would have given them much detail about the reasons in April, but November no start here. If those explanations had come at the transition point, okay, sad development wouldn't have come in the first place.
And not just say the okay, no send car heads and
exactly. Now that transition yet committees. And as an incoming government now, who say you are employing for wouldn't say one more double up your wage bill. No, you ought to have asked questions.
Yes,
my details are okay. Very well. The more reason why in here. But a lot of people are raising concerns. But who says Samir Oku actually a whole writer for that? Quite an interesting one. Nana being so can say Omo ye willing say Omo bebo Ghana for. But again, Crawford say party near buying our promise 24-hour economy, right? Say Odibe create jobs. Yeah. Na ya create a 3-shift system. Na obi anya adwuma ni bia. Okay, such a government and such a party such a promise. Okay, say a mebuna ni adwuma ye no will create an avenue ebemo obi anya adwuma ni bia. Okay, morally is it just right? Say same government ebeba ka say wasaki omo e war system ni modana. And these are legitimate concerns, but in the days coming, we'll see how the
same thing as our one had dream.
Mamene Ora David of Foria Champo, Mamene no Ninkom, Richard check your lines, Nanin and Depending. You ever called David for a champo? Okay. Na yeni nedin komo. I mean, and ban the labor laws na how some of these things are to be managed. Na Nkobani said deliberately because the previous government and the employer or monintino. You almost say womanko. You see, the presumptions are that Ekufuado abayin e fa onto NPP ni. That kind of perception, no. Okay.
And they say you free ho. Yeah, Ghana for.
Na ye so oka wamusu ABC 2016.
No near no my.
That is what is happening in the system. But my messages, 0550567929, 0550567929, 0550567929. My wagen channel Emra. Unia be a fallen victim of the SCR. Let us know. Na yenewo.
Maybe issue no say Kwame say say nkrofo yi nyina no titru ebi aposifo a o ma fantity mu. Ebi fire service for my fancy team. Is it okay? What the cobra?
My call lines the Shabra. But my name is not the video for your champo any income. Of how to make a batch out pay.
Me too can speak at me.
Now happy Valentine.
And any day.
Of I say.
And any day.
Oh, that one is in Valentine or something.
Romans of no.
Aye.
Oh, okay.
Now do your baby we are singing I want it. We are singing celebrating it.
Oh, okay. That is good to celebrate love.
Over now, yeah, okay. The Najas are no program. Mommy, ground we see no.
Oh, now all these 60 years I will be on one of your family.
Over.
Yeah,
if you have fine, right? But, Mamintio, there's a lot of concerns about revocation of appointment of a year and Crawford Yefa Womwe Juma at the latter part of 2024, especially after the general election, and the government akase Womo revoke all those appointments, and that due audit processes must be carried to ensure say Obia FR through the right processes and channel and sada the appointment mano. Now, in terms of labor and related matters, some of these situations, are quite say so necessary for handle nana.
Well, may speak up a charity for. I'm a little bit difficult. Because details in the home. So let's take at the sector and I'm in
okay.
It's a teacher for. A teacher for employment, it's a process. It's not an event. You advertise it, now more applier, now. GS4 not train before me train on my vacancies are assume vacancies are back. On the teacher for attrition rate, because of retirement, and it also and the fan said this year, you see, 2025, maybe a teacher for be a 10,000 at the retirement. Internet was there, Bomodians on the good through process, and 10,000 now, I better replace you more on the corner. That is one. Number two, teacher for. Because that is what my field is. You have to get financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance. Ghana Education Service, no, I employ maybe 10,000. No, that 10,000 was all the Ministry of Finance. Now, financial clearance. Now, we capture in the assuming budget. And sana, transfer processes. And it is not like say maybe a maybe the teacher for a 5,000. I don't think that is the case. So then details say then we can directly address the matter because a process a one day event. That aside, there are promotions in cover. The promotions is another process. We apply, we go interview, a coffee panel, not for a shortlist, and send a communication memo, and also a take time. And until say we details of why I revoke or more appointments, any from which institutions it is pretty difficult to make it a very informed assessment of the situation. So,
but I mean, when such mass revocation at the end they say do we necessarily have to engage one more for just for them to understand? And I acquire your first form because Utie chief of staff. I mean, almost so much reasons about why I take a decision that to say, Obi more why or say more anko interview, Obi more why or more employment letter, ya backdate. Meanwhile, no, I feel nipa no a resume a juma and all of that. And again, certain disclosures are so during the transition processes, and there ought to be an audit of such employment I mean, akosono. Is that the right way to go? Because you don't
Well,
have to see a mom where you
for
money
staff
aside.
reasons may be completely acceptable. For example, why employee will be? Why do you backdate it? I didn't think at the time of employment, one man letter, there and then. So what you say? And I say, why employee awaiting your venison financial clearance? So why employee awaiting financial clearance now? The financial clearance will take effect from the day the person starts working.
Okay.
Financial clearance is never backdated. That's what I say. That's what I say. But maybe in some of the parastatal organizations, maybe they can do that because I'm on a tutor worker and I know that.
Yes.
But yeah, and I can for control and there. That's a process that you must go through. And I mean, judges are buying, they know that. But like I said, I'm on my full details as to how many people have been appointment have been revoked. Let's say from the education sector, from the health sector. Maybe from say I informed event and conversation on this matter. But for us as a former person who works at the education sector, the info will be backdating a letter. Maybe for September, your letter will be dated September, and then you go and work once you go through your process because already financial clearance has been sought for you. In the 4th September, I thought I report to our station. Now I'm school. I'll be calling. What report? What process will document? Maybe about 2 months, 3 months, and salary number because it has to go through another process. Maybe I will controller and the various educational cost centers. So, and that is how it is done from the sector. I mean, free money. And I believe, sir, it might be so with nurses and civil servants. But like I speak American, you who break down into you who be potting. Yakisan Kofono Gumua. After 7th of December, you did that the amount follow due process. But the letters in the Omoku, backdate and only Pania more order that where you can raise legitimate questions about that.
Now, my memo for a very good example, me wo obi letter wahadoma Ghana Water for an issue here at the man, and it is dated the 20th of December. 2024. Me mpesa me dey ne betuja, but the position no management trainee Ghana Water Limited. Or say, dear sir, posting following your appointment as management trainee, you are with effect from 13th January 2025 posted to the head office. The posting is permanent and you will report to the chief manager who will assign you duties. It is the hope of management that you will work assiduously to help achieve the goals and objectives of the company. The chief manager is kindly requested by a copy of this letter to report the date of your assumption of duty to the chief manager for your former letter of appointment to be prepared. Yours faithfully, Engineer Clifford Brymer, Managing Director. And a letter like this, you revoke here, you're right, Anna.
Speaker, when I was here, come back to the beginning of Fourth Republic. So now you could share all people who were engaged in December. It's easy to get the data. And how was that?
Yes, exactly.
You're interested, from yesterday Fourth Republic here. They do transitional period that you're handing over, which how many number of staff of workers are you employ me in December, where the appointments revoked. So what was say norm dear. Then we should be able to put in mechanisms like I say, okay, maybe in a year preceding handing over ceremony. No employment should be done from September, apart from specific people, apart from teachers for nurses, doctors, and Saniaman. So what I say. But say we know maybe Ghana Water they advertised for this position a long time ago in the papers. So what I say. And people might have applied. They might have gone through a short listing. They might have gone through an interview. And then after the interview, approval will be given for their engagement. And it's really difficult if you don't look at those steps now. You're 5 years eduman.
Yes, Matthew was here for the processes, no issue I will raise it. But my concerns be and they say for the employee, you issue such a letter to him on the 20th of December. na yakachre ne say unreported by the 13th of January 2025. Okay, now all reporting no on send the full details of appointment letter are spell out the conditions of service. This person, I have his letter me understanding is a call interview around July 2024. The question again no will be say after going for an interview in July no edi na besi entia 20th of December and ye be man is now why should he be suffered for this, and why shouldn't be the case employer no and be justify the reasons behind the delays?
Speaker, and it might be brave also when you are conducting interviews. Ebia within that industry, Ghana Water no. Ebia that position now or more advertising and so on. Ebia the person who presently occupies the position will be exiting in December 2024. So what I say. So if the person will be exiting in December 2024, there you should start a process and getting a replacement at the time that the person exits, so that the person can go and start working. It's a process. It is a organization who say, "Hey, you say in retirement, you say around this period with me in other court, but between now and then, let's start the process. Application, maybe a 1 month, sort out, interview, say." And then your money be consider they will do background checks and this and your money now if now you will wait for your official confirmation appointment. They be no immediately. They will give it you maybe a month leading to the departure of the certain officer no war. So it is a process. I mean this is a move like it came, this one came from Ghana Water, right?
Yes.
After move fresh human resource Ghana Water, they might take you through their appointment processes. Nanka Ghana for so that if it was a wrong thing, it is at the information of the Ghanaian people. If it is the right thing, so Ghana for United.
Yes, I'm not blaming them because they themselves implement they take it time. But the concerns now me raising and it's minua ya ne yamane krata or no is an employee. But obi na afa na adwuma enti process is a lead to adwuma no ansa de this akrata yi no. Why shouldn't it be the case say ni papa mu anke be free Ghana Water for come and justify the reason tia mu ye interviews in June July na afi appointment eba at the latter part of December, but now the employee is rather punished or no na yasaki is say because your actual letter man say won coffee.
Speaker as I say we say another jurisdiction womu laws womu disu bibia nka akwa we didi we will get an attorney, a labor attorney who will take the employer on. Say woman me look at the period of July to December because it is not January. Maybe there were other equal opportunities bianca really who anka meet me yako, but because of the assurance I had I waited the take compensation. We go through the law process, the court, in a jurisdictional or labor laws. That's the compensation that the person might be asking for, because it is no fault of his. But say the answer say one coin said 1 year and it naku remudia, then he cannot justify. But if he can show proof, some starting no letter inviting him by interview application medical that say. The people labor laws here, Juma, to Western Europe, America, Japan, no money to any man, the South Korean man. Kako, what did he will sue for so many things. So, and you know, they say, I did we not see it once. Oh, sometimes there might be we read political meanings into that. They might take conversations be a man for say almost also person with a for shame, and whoever has been engaged, must be taken away because that has been the process. Well, that one there, it's just a hearsay, but they need to treat them with some fairness, so they can investigate. Now, I say, why are you truly needed? Because I made a catch of the chroma there. Your constitution, a man lapses deeply what a certain actor, a setting up institution. Say institution, the minimum is into. Ahono, you 2 minutes share president in sa. Say president appointed head na. Obviously appointed 20 deputies. Say president next chance now no again who say or you know we any pay 1,000 akoka ho a obetnya appoint nipa 1,000 without due regard to the resources available to meet that. That is why you go to certain state institutions, the staff numbers are bloated. And I hope to say when they're doing this, you see, and this is what organized labor must be looking at. Look at the various laws that has established institutions. Now, say, what are the things in there? Edit to Myanmar politicians to the level say they can just sit and decide on what they want to do with the institution at any particular time. The president hand is given. He's given a mandate to do what he's doing. And so Parliament in the past year. So it's a very dicey thing. And you know, I'm Ghana volunteers here. Yes, I'm a volunteer here because we'll go through process. Now I say I was a name for you. It is a category of people who know what Ghana water fraction.
When you're wholesale, it affects almost all the agencies.
That is what I'm saying. Says a teacher for the night, I'll be able to speak to it because then we must ask questions. Did the Ghana Education Service through the Ministry of Education apply for financial clearance for this number of teachers in the ensuing year? If yes, when was the financial clearance granted? If it was granted in November, when were the people recruited? Because you can't be recruited unless financial clearance has been sought for you. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It makes it difficult for me to make a point because Ghana Education Service into me a pro. This one could give financial clearance for the required number for the Ministry of Finance. Normally, they own budget.
Yes,
when we were there working on that was the process, and it has not changed. It's still the same.
But in the interim, no, I mean, audit processes happening, no. Those who feel aggrieved by the termination of this appointment, what other avenues are available for them for redress?
Well, and let me say, like if it's in some certain jurisdictions, ultimately the rules of nipa de bobra the juma pa manfon chinchim sani manemano. You seek redress from the law courts. The court say, is it a rightful decision to have been made? Must I suffer for something that I didn't create? Let's say no, but yeah, systems when it is done, no, it is done. But like I've said, if you get the full details of Nyamanoa, because you sure say there are people who may have had their names in there who didn't go through any process. There's no problem.
Yes, but how do you know and how do you differentiate between Omoa due process and Omoa protocol? Yanam ko ebi so issue search letters there ma.
But when I can fee Ghana water no.
Yes.
So no also go interview nebo.
Yes.
So he or she might have seen an advert nebo. Or apply nebo.
Exactly.
Or in the CV can ho. You send the data interview. They will write to you. Or they will send you a soft message, electronic message, your interview date is using. These are all evidence to prove that you have gone through due process. Obi protocol. They would not think about that. Go through due process. They can do it. Diligent work, take their time, do it well, so that at least and innocent people don't suffer.
So the auditing would do a perfect work, right?
Yes. The auditing must do a perfect work. They must be honest with the auditing. Let's make sure, say, people went through the processes. Now, one more. Because I don't think that an organization will just be recruiting people if they don't need their services. They might
with Ghana Water, I'm told said they are about 200. Such opportunity, yeah.
So, and the 200, no,
it is across the country. All the offices, yes.
Yeah, across the country. That means you see whether it's justified. Somewhere buying what to me over there. More MPs, more coordinating directors, Ghana Water for no are answerable to a certain ministry. More for details in Remo, Morocco is among the cause of Muhia, Sani Pano, because employment here before that work was Sunyania, and I the request must come from there.
Okay, indicating there's a vacancy available.
Yeah, you have 2 staff to handle to take over this position. It's almost some their headquarters or a process because the interviews are not done at the levels at which the organizations are located, but by the headquarters, and the people are sent to their various areas. And let them do the audit, let it come out, and then let us see whether the decision is right or wrong. The audit will show it.
Very well.
Yes, becomes
Medase. Happy Valentine. Why?
Oh, that
Enti Anope Bra na one Eclipse Collateral Management for MD and Combo Open Wacha Kwaya one more Adentan barrier, one more by Moses Hospital, no, and I'll speak to them. Na one more by Joso, na woman o aye a Juma abom 0543 832466 0543 832466 0543 832466 na one Eclipse Collateral Management for any enkomo anope na one more ebe Joso. Chocho Industries for Adarobam, Pacho, one more the product ahodo bebre na no. Ana ede abedwamai so ene chocho product no egumu ahodo bebre mema de wo mema de wo mkwala ne mpanyfo de nyina no ewom na de edikan eye chocho herbal BPT pacho uyo bia wo pressure edu baby a pressure need to make cost pa na afei ama ohun nyina no etete wo ye ohun hwe a enyeye anopei opese o regulate o pressure no na esotiba from cradia machocho BPT no enye wuti a obefa na no pa bia bacho ebeboa aye wo nipadua no mu adwuma ama pressure no aba from kama babra challenges ni nura ye de watu so nyina no obejai no na etimi aboa wapomodin ye pa chocho foot cream ya de strasra ye nan ho ne ye nan tempo acho wa wo shempaboa wo hye socks a uye to ha na scent abemu no anopei bacteria ahodo e cause sade nyina no chocho foot cream no ebeyi ni nyina no e de free ho afei eba no hand cream no nso ampacho ye de strasra ye nsem wa enam wadwuma wo ye nti aya na wonsem aye den no mpacho o de strasra wonsem a ebe soften wonsem kama na etimi aboa wo ye chocho soap ewo dwamai so rashes and scars ahodo e wo ho ni nyina no pimples mpacho wa agi wanim aboso no anopei se uyusu chocho soap edi dware a eyi no nyina ehye ni nyina ase prekope edi ma enti ma wonsan ka bi na weekend di oyoba obeko saloon akwakoye otia mpacho uhia chocho shampoo the conditioner hair food and afi base no na ode abom as combo na watimi edi aye oti ebeboa wo ye pa ebeyi dandruff ni nyina no edi free uti na say edi amount afi ebeboa ma otrinwe no enyiye na enyi kama wonso a wonu no trimu a na otrinwe no etete no mpahia ohia sa combo yi na odi acha srasra wotrinim na odi aye ebeboa eyi ni nyina no edi free ho enti anopei chocho product no enobi ana ohia na chocho skin toner opese onipadua no ekasa ede mount opese ene aloe vera niema papa ewom no owedie no etimi enya bia esese oyusu chocho skin toner ebeboa ama o color no etimi eyi ne ho epie pa mpacho chemicals nim purely herbal and natural percent plant product ana yede aye sa eniema nyina ede ma enti oyusu a on side effect bia anopei oko supermarket ahodo oko herbal shops pharmacies ana afi malls ahodo na chocho product no the packaging no very nice and ya spreading across the country baby a on bia no obetimi enye bi ato se open dudu mo to a industry no ana factory no ewo suhum eho in the eastern region eho ana obehu omo ofra omo a womo ebe deliver in vans na womo the amount onso apese otu no dodo mo ton na oni omo ye business no ni nyina no akwanya eda ho se anopei obetimi ene chocho nso edi enkomo fra womo on 0551 815388 0551 815388 and after 0244 727348 0244 727348 and after 0505 555535 0504 555535 na oni chocho any enkomo anopei na womo ebeje wo so product no eye entimpacho ko na koje wo de
at least that story now has a Kenufurata is not your finance minister. As a Anadu is not your president again. And no crown of mouth some relief be.
Oh, Zabo.
Oh yes, it's a load be a few so. That alone.
And then Nana don't kind of retire this one amount.
Of course.
Oh, Kwame.
And then my baby. In a special prosecutor, the bed to the quite was Ken was a problem. He was Ghana's biggest problem. And Tirande, I cigar. We could travel and never coso. Never coso. But some see a baby honum. Oh, yeah. Remember now interview. Oh, yeah. Now we interview. We need labor expert.
Yeah.
I think say now so Casio timing of a appointment is necessary. Time a appointment no. Your argument in no. Or you saw period no efimu. At what point in time? And your recruitment.
Now, so what's year year or say recruitment they bring now into the public service agencies, no?
Yes.
It's a key process.
Yes.
And first of all, Emrano requires agencies to be advertising the vacancies available.
It has not been.
Or mobile receiving applications near there. And for instance, letter here I'm reading from Ghana Water, no? Or say the process started as far back as June, July, okay? And at the latter part of the year, and such letter now which is 20th December. And in his view, he feels that any one-day event, processes. So if say your processes are auditing, no, our chief of staff address auditing no must review those ones. Never much more details, so that we get to understand. Maybe a point when shall see free or no position and no.
So I'm on the position today because a big from December 7th.
Your free benum December 7th. How you privy to?
Any from Majuma. I'm on for more police depot. A training. First December no more training. First December no more training.
And no. Please no advertising.
I will break almost 7 more. How long did they advertise it? And no more car say there will be no sales of forms. And then no matter forms previously. I am for one. What be that? So we apply what shortlisted on Kahon was a backlog. No, I'm continuing to pick from within the backlog. What happens to the age cover? As that age limit now never hold. If I'm 23, I feel. Next year I will be 24. Do I qualify? So arrangement no this summer for the police training school. They are training them. Or being here, won't do way. I say, and come. And yes, it's a holistic thing. I see here. Now, I'm running at what point of the year? In election year, no beer news election year near Banco. One man regularize you be a man for the more on contract. A be a contract money namhosa. I finish a corner election now, you know. I feel now with the America. Oh, a month for appointment. It be a promotion. You promote to be a. But why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you let that for the new person come in do? I don't know who now money power ban. Recommendation be to my yard to her. No papa mua. You recommend and do this in your banner but to our hand you over here. Catch you. I have within my plans. So I can make this recruitment for this purpose. Maybe my starting process, no. Do you get it? But you don't fast track the process to choke the system. Abra unim sika ewo. So I say, a man na yeyo a man yosem ye bumai. Ubo katu ho. Na ofa manfu guma when the bituaka.
It comes back to the wage bill, right?
That is it. What I say, sanity. And I buy we have actually a boss or no by or barbet so into ministers and what this is from 29 to 30.
30 to 27.
30 to 23. Rather,
23, yes.
Or 60 ministers, other than 125 are good for the year. What I say, and so yes, sir. Now I or can never some of these things. I see a TRC, I say yes. So you car wage bill now. This is what constitutes that wage bill. And you know, cleaning the wage bill no will mean say you suspend some of these things. Some of them more trans ye. Now we assessment everything, but now you competent. You fan genuinely say we there or go through the process. And you fan, why not? You let them be. I say you go you Ghana for Ghana any you Ghana no be a de boa Ghana. So a political party should not be a membership should not be a license or be to the benye juma no be a coach na fee. I say that goes to Closac. Siga.
Yeah.
I think say Closac for a nyamaransa or man we must see a catch wrong.
Closac.
Yes.
Are they
are misbehaving.
Or more declination one strike.
You see, you're unnecessary. It is uncalled for. You are not thinking about the welfare of workers. Closac is never fighting for the welfare of workers. Instead, interest of a few. Birth and death register oko mwasemi. Omunti amuso mwako strike. Abanya bubu omodan agu. And na ne wo court at your Supreme Court hono mo ponano hono. Hono no mo office wo. Abanya bubu ni nyinagu. Closac never issued a statement. Say what then wabubu today they are renting. Omo rented dan ewo Nalak. Building name. Yes, a one renting office. Very good. That is where birth and death for a renting office. There was never a statement. President Aye nomination. Must say, or you're politically exposed. Is that the law? I am no. In the law, act no my president here that appointment no, never stated anything like that. And yet the prerogative of the president to do the nomination. It is in the law. And yamra act na establish we no sanity. And what is the problem? But be a problem where some can wasem. Where there is power no is vested in you. Some of the Kabiama a public service commission no why you ding. Who called the office of the administrator of school lander. They've made an appointment from the presidency, which shouldn't be the case. And then properly, as I say, a public service commission, or more a recommendation to the president to pick from.
Okay.
They get it. And to almost shortlist in order of their rank and experience, no more interview. Then they will shortlist for the president to make a pick from it.
But with the president and Kasa.
Where your friend then Callisto's ne son like letter no. Callisto's ne son letter demand Dr. Card. Dr. Card who resigned in 2023 because he had refused posting to Western North as director of administrator of school land. Enujaye. Udionaba Betran Hobiu. The Closac is not interested. Closac interest a birth and death registry. Omo interest here day. Let Closac declare the omo interest. Omo word birth and death until and no more drain home. Why is Closac not fighting for TDC?
Me too.
I don't know more TDC. You see, sir, a man for the power the year politics ni omo nyai. So omo ye na ya ye be kabia mom. And me the big go so. And that is what I'm doing. Me see, they cannot fight birth and death and leave the administrator of school lands and leave the MD of TDC. And I will give you the letter no appointee they did not quote any Callisto's letters are true for appointment now. Usually or cite him This one there is nothing like that. In this one, so what is the interest? Then the problem here then, me send a letter now. My producer and the many Boston Muka, you know, me bomb Mr. Munka, lawyer to what idea. No, do you get it? That is it. Anti Closac for one to Kwakwa. Me see they should pick their fight very well. Omun selective fight na a jinam raso, a mrabe mo who quine, a mraso portomo. Wow. And a bar na yeni na ya kabia momo. But omoya ni say dia No, we cannot fight for them because Semrani Woho Speaker Emrana Aname can Act 1027.
Yes.
Registration of Birth and Death Act 2020. Talking about appointment of the Register of Birth and Death. The registry shall have a registrar of birth and death. The president shall, in accordance with Article 195 of the Constitution, appoint the registrar. 3. The president shall, in appointing a person as registrar, have a regard to the relevant academic qualification, experience, knowledge of that person in civil registration. Asa. This is it.
So these are the basic requirements.
This is so. What in way there in the Chelsea? I friend the Public Service Commission says your appointment. No, where is it? Act 1027. Check appointment of the registrar. President Neye. And to know show they should be careful with some of these things. If not, some of us will not have it lightly with them. So genuine.
So they have concerns with the appointment to birth and death registry, yes, but they don't have appointments with their president. Your friend is saying stool lands,
yes,
right? Okay.
And I'm telling you that guy resigned in 2023. Dr. Card was resigning in 2023 because no most administrator of lands Western North also uncle.
Of free service in him.
Of free service in him.
And he akofana ba.
Callistus akofana ba administrator.
So this letter was written on the 24th of January 2025. Yes. Termination of appointment. I write to formally inform you that the President of the Republic has terminated your appointment as administrator of stool lands effective immediately. You are directed to hand over your duties to Dr. Card, who shall act as the administrator of stool lands. The President expresses his sincere gratitude for your dedicated service to the nation. And this was signed by the Executive Secretary to the President, Dr. Callistus Mahama.
Yes.
Okay.
And me say appointment at Callistus Ayeno. Okotumra. Why did he not code law in this one? Because it is not there. Because
so by law, the president is not supposed to, yes, I mean, straightforward, appoint somebody as administrator of stool lands.
Yes, Omudena question DS, dear no.
As a cost civil service.
Very good. Omudena question DS. Well, on that rank, you have to go through a certain stage who could do interview and sign your father at one, and you will say, sign it here. And then the closer did not see this.
Okay. But I say 49 minutes after 8, Mamema lawyer, citizen Atodazi actually, Namema Nakwaba. He's a private legal practitioner, GCPP for General Secretary. I don't know. Thanks so much.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
I'm a Jodo.
Pachada Pomoe.
Yamanadu. And a payment minchio na me fanchi kasema wo production team. Na ashofu na etifa wo tinye. Na mamuni ya makati. Mr. Speaker, ifsho makati nisheti ya am the do train baby a so wapam manu so wotwayo the do train ho. Na makati no pe won ifsho papa.
Look at that.
No wonder for a very long time I've never heard Makati saying things of hope. But on the pay itena Makati ne kase asesa.
Kanzo video.
And I'm the speaker samutia catch them. And I pay say te munua Makati.
Want ya, right?
Hey, te munua Makati.
They just a bad man.
I
pick you.
Okay, I pick him up.
Because
it's a munua Makati in some more car.
there is hope.
Yes.
Hope for the future.
And I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that.
I got the Apiki Anna.
If I speak, I was a Apiki. I will start it Apiki.
Why is he
Apiki? Yeah, me aware.
Mr. Speaker.
This is Ben a bit private.
On a more serious note, we continue to pray because for me, I do not necessarily care which party is in government. The most important thing is that I have a life, there is peace. I can whatever I'm doing, at least today, everything is going on well. People are happy because obia abrabon rukoye mana. We would not even care who is the president. But because leaders make decisions that have impact on our lives, and we've seen how some have taken that opportunity. Whether my abraba is miserable, we have become so concerned about who leads us.
Okay.
And so far, I think there is a breath of some freshness. Nkofo asisi a wotu mrekasa akukudura wotu mwenya wode kasa, you could tell the nyama asesa. Because I watched the posture of the OSP recently. Ankwanoma me de make my ankwanoma me de make crab aferi me ye na me to me bia me mbre so anameko.
Yeah.
It's now all of a sudden
declaring
having a posture and telling people that you have two choices. You either come or we force you to come. Hey, time changes.
Indeed.
It's true that power is transient. Into the biamas mamekende. In there, there was certain opportunity. Don't lord over others. Man, you're there, nobody matters. Because Ochina, that position you occupy will not be yours again. And you will be like an ordinary person. And courtesies be an uncrofu accord to you will be no more. Entire uncrofu susu. The way they do their things. Because today, you and I will go and queue for the same things that first it's why I'm from fan.
Yeah.
And that is what I will use to tell the appointees of today there. In my appointment, I may change my phone numbers. In my appointment, I made them go far to archive. Made them go far to a do not disturb. Eh? Mr. Speaker.
Do not disturb. I don't refer to me, Anna.
I was saying appointment. Any appointment, Anna.
Appointment, Anna, me Timono.
Oh, okay.
But
you know,
a do time be a do not disturb.
Oh yes.
By enjoying Kakra.
But Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
I just want to entreat them. Don't forget where you are coming from. Don't forget your grassroots. Who made you who you are today?
The minister you are.
Position I occupy. If you na was your work upper came na wadu kasiwo. If you are there today, don't forget them. Because on check na power didn't go for team na worry free one. I don't know. On check na go for worry free one. Na ibi mu na nka wasre na wababet na studio.
Yeah.
And the mobile friend wa won fa.
Kessben.
They will say that why don't know. Richard on fan some so. Who is speaker?
In your beer.
Aha. So we are telling them that on check and here once we say about back then my yet it's higher. You understand?
They cried, they was them the buy and count. You
and you see, the sad aspect is that your party can be in power, but you can lose your position.
Exactly.
Your party could still be in power, and you lose the position that you are occupying. So be careful how you do your things with the position you have, and relate to brothers as brothers and sisters as sisters. No chinabi one overcome samamo.
Is it Crawford but down? Money boys in the watch who was here.
Oh yeah. Crawford but down. And do you know the funny thing? Recently, Obi from there still or hunty say BBI am in Ken. Ah, na mbisa no oh den. Also itaya bibia menkai no. Then I was like, oh den, like you are there as what?
Oh yeah, why are free?
Okay, one mu ya what do ticket am on you be? You know.
Oh sir.
1
month to pay.
Kessben.
Okay. Me that's it. But me shasi o Makati so. I mean OSP idea why na watch more press conference. The Attorney General also spoke within the week, and the New Patriotic Party, the minority, also spoke as well. Appointment and disappointment of employees are more crata near there. But I'll begin with the OSP issues. No, I mean shasi also Makati. I mean tell.
So I'm na mencha minya citizen na menda nasi ne mischief.
Oh, that's what I hear. Into mischief.
I material ha na meje Eunice.
And now je wa ha
ye Montobi.
Ye hu da na say.
But me nim ti me ka say.
Na me ka chemo no Montobi Eunice.
Onto Eunice.
Eunice wo nti obi a ye fi ha obi an
Eunice.
O de fi obi an kwaje.
Eunice o fi ha.
Ye fi obi an kwaje. Na se wo ba wo kata wani.
Okay.
Na Eunice turn to manya okra kan minim da.
Me say if you have cry nim Eunice, then yama o
ye nim Eunice ba ye nim so.
Ade me say munim ade o ye. Do turn dem okay.
So omo ni nkomo.
Magati
to. Me ba ha me ni obi adi nkomo. You know obi from security to the last person.
The party speaker Eunice di nkomo.
Me na minim.
That's my guy.
About for your one.
I got to be here, right?
Until citizen, if you are not continue with the speaker.
Yes.
Special Prosecutor, Kisia Jami, senior citizen Kai, that's the Wafu and Tabai.
Oh, Wafu and Tabai.
To obit me.
I don't mind you man or ye.
Obit me too. See a demand and 2 weeby. And then run the dear Jumano. Do demand actually. I feel now Wafu Taba. But it's all good. Speaker, me the problem. Me support to obi bia wa bob man we boni. What do man we more? Na emrane ni dia 100%. I am for it. You get it? Na Martina na ni kwansi soldier for ni yetiga na ha na musuma soldier for call your friend day. Ejura ekoye point and kill. Me boa. Yetiga na ha soldier for call techimai. Ekukun nipa. Your Deputy Speaker of Parliament, ebe catch them here say, Omuku real ballot papers. Obia we real ballot paper, ya born to kuno. No bia we real sika bibi. Ye susu se wa first sika bibi. Unmutue woni fi. Unmutue woni fi. Anka yamfa den enko. No. You see, in all this, they did not specify processes here in the faso. Na bi be kasayi wan tre kwan na nkese se ye faso. Na mbu na bi se yem at the friend Special Prosecutor pa onko UK no onko interview Kenufuyata man address babe UK
oba na hospital name
yet it is also Minnesota Mayo Clinic
Kessben
Hospital. No, kwaku skate dia cha ko ho ni ho.
Kwaku skate ko ni ho.
Kwaku skate apo 68 America. Say Minnesota US. Oko clinic o di hospital number kura tuja. So I open for ni bisa.
Na so on kasi agina to ana.
Onko o fi.
Tell letter na kasi agina to.
Letter no which hospital we be o che. Almost no wa him fa. The letter is vague. You see, and they are playing on semantics. And then Special Prosecutor declared a fugitive. Fugitive is an English word. Remember? Fugitive is an English term. If you are hiding from detection, you are fugitive. If you flee from your jurisdiction, you are fugitive. If you flee from authority, especially a more prosecutor, you are a fugitive. There's no how you paint Ken Ofori-Atta. He is a fugitive. Some former Chief Justice, yes, so a $5 million bribe. When you know, I know, call you. Question here, what? The book power use a black law dictionary. This is how black law dictionary define fugitive: a person who flees or escapes from a jurisdiction or authority, especially to avoid prosecution. 11th edition
of the black law dictionary.
Of the black law dictionary. Does it not make Ken Ofori-Atta a fugitive?
But say he's not under prosecution. He's only been invited for questioning. And
then when you question you, what happens? It's not a process.
If you're able to answer that.
A process of prosecution. I special prosecutor Frewa, you do wasem, you investigate you. It is part of the process. And no, the building a docket. One tell one numas on bed charge. We are told that another lawyer say, okay, say, and you're compulsory. Say, Ken Ofori-Atta responded.
Exactly.
So you can go ahead
and do your investigation.
And do your charges and do your yes, So you now understand that if that school of law is in place, now he's avoiding to avail himself. You can say Warani.
And then you try him in absolution.
Yes. So he's a fugitive. There's no way you can defend this thing. And I'm surprised, Nana B. Sadeno. Because I'm wondering, so Nana B. and home basem, so Ken Ofori-Atta will be there to speak for him. Will he be there to speak for him? Yeah, Mr. Yawon say, at the MPP legal directorate, and organize a press conference rather than national organizer. Because you'll be out of the department,
yeah.
And you know, the legal directorate and come if it's a sad or because it's a matter of law. But unfortunately, Mama, and I be our abandoning the position as national organizer. Ekoye chobe no di na poechi in an election year that resulted in MPP getting something around 38%. Today he has found his voice. He's not teaching the special prosecutor what to do.
He's a lawyer and he's a national organizer of the party.
But he does not speak to the party. He does not speak on behalf of the party in matters of law. When the party was constituting the legal team, if they thought that he was that competent to be their legal spokesperson, they would have made him a member of the team.
But he's an elected officer. He doesn't take away
No. You see, that is what I'm telling you. He has never
all the appointees.
Sumano or court that's one court defending MPP. He's a lawyer, correct. He's a national organizer, correct. Why did they not send him to go and represent the party when there is case against the party? Didn't the party know he was a national organizer and a lawyer?
He's always been part of the legal team.
Maybe. As what? As what?
On your lead counsel, Christ, what can
Kessben. Follow, you see, you
can
follow
elections.
You can wear your wig and follow this thing to court. But in the courtroom, when they are naming lawyers representing,
his name is mentioned.
No, his name has never been mentioned.
One 2020 election petition.
His name has never been mentioned.
I got the 2020 election petition. Now on the chroma.
Wait, may he so rest in peace. Sheshi, did you hear Sheshi telling the lawyer, the court to say, "My lord, appear with me, Nana Bachi"? Did you hear that? It is not about wearing Ulon Tadena Wakopi Kotu. When the lead counsel, Ejinana Nine so, introduce my lord, speaker appearing for citizen with me, Richard Appiah, Charles McCarthy. These are the lawyers of Omo Akko Court. And you can wear your dress and go and be in the courtroom. You are not part of the team. Remember, or your part, he has never been part. The official team, we know from 2012, God, there's a bit much at that. You see, has not been considered. What I'm saying is, now all Kasi, yen some for plane, and call Yuki, and they can flat and call ding. Why the Benya Saskano? Where is that money coming from? For me, it's a civic duty of every Ghanaian living everywhere. You got
me too.
Can you see something? Say something. Who can you Sunsumukra Katsegana by Cheno, Koma or police?
Oh, how?
Citizen arrest. Go and tell them this man is wanted in our country, in our homeland. He's caused damage. He's killed businesses. The country is looking for him.
Are we not crucifying Keno for Riata before a proper trial?
He should avail himself, and all these so-called crucifixion will cease. Until he avail himself, we will crucify him. The way he crucified people with
before
that.
What in
Now, all good Heritage Bank no
the rule of natural justice.
I am asking you. Yeah, did he listen to Heritage Bank? He closed them down. Did he? He said, he who comes to equity must do so with clean hands. But what? Keno Forata, all good Heritage Bank. No, not Heritage Bank in case or court.
Kessben.
No court any the Heritage Bank as so this bank is liquidated. This bank is that. I don't know own to me function properly. Yenguno. No. Or turn office and no good bank. No. And you know what is wrong today? So who did for us at them? Who did not some? What is wrong? And that can offer to Tom PDS you PDS is sika obenya yen nyina. Did they refund that money to us? No special prosecutor and fanka home. You see, as someone new one and I would no edikasa. I am inviting the special prosecutor to go and investigate YE. Nana be your board chairman. Or investigate from 2017 to 2024.
So my day.
YE she farm 500-acre farm. It was Central Region in 2019. Asking. When I'm a lawyer for, it's an offense. They deliberately bent it.
How?
They should ask them. How? I've given them the lead. Why? Ghost names. North, Northwest, West, North, and Western region. Name Mr. Nintaman for Johnny Fever, national positions. Go and do that.
See for mommy and I'm cancels.
And you know, me that can fight that day. Young Christian, no as a declaration, no, minimum entire special prosecutor can pen what declare a fugitive. Give to a warrior.
National service.
National service.
President sir or Monshishim. BNI for Monshishim.
It's a police for crowd hard. Story you buy, you arrest these people. You caution them. You take their Marco court back home. Who your investigation can crack now the Marco court. What did your passport? We want their more journey. Oh, no more.
If you're worried in Ghana.
Only Ghana.
You know that for
Gifty
sure.
is not in Ghana. Oh, no, I want to about. Gifty is not in Ghana. One to about. So I say, can you find that say or video no mujaba ye hwe no nkora nkwa na ofio na yire kura no ntimi nche na yire kura samra na mutwa mu de mo anya ade o se nka wo ye body ntimi chi obi di replace no no ma anya ade you see for yeah hwe can over that ntimi jiji na japade nyina kura di to maga na say you Yet me the answer to so.
You are making conclusions. I mean, before the starting point. The conclusions here will make.
Abanwe ministers 125. I don't know can what happen.
A baby has here that he's not found of any wrongdoing.
So on the see China will never find I do whatever man. Yeah, Jew, yes, you will never find whatever man. Yes, I need.
Okay.
Now once he can't do you cry never he. Gold or muji wa na muhanwo. Men's good. Gold or muji na castle musizi. Where is it? Still, a man for a dome can nam. Set the case and the can rear you. A dozen papa. Sugar. A dozen by this time you can anchor the taban ye the answer so ye the answer to us the answer to us can write a banner dinner some ya or not or no wonder what ye man. The who now intimate fantier can you not but at least what I say you best feel the see bibiaba. We cannot allow this man can over that can over that cast it on step it down or see he cannot abandon his daughter his son his children or your finance minister now. Almost see on step or see I cannot you see asking me to step down is like telling a father to abandon his children. Where is he today? Where is our children, our father? Your children are looking for you. A fugitive. That is what you are.
Thank you.
A fugitive.
Answer.
Mr. Speaker.
Lawyer.
Makata confusing. When I because Makata someone be said why Kenoforiata his direct I think he has already crucified him.
I don't know that made draw
and
attention.
I think the Makati seems to have more information than all of us do have. So I will understand where he's coming from because he might be privy to certain information. But on the surface of the issues, you see, let me talk about two things: the OSP's posture, and Kenoforiata. So one, OSP. I think your manner, we should understand that even though we have the prerogative, we might not necessarily have to explain, as part of good governance, or you better there, you to an bia. Ebe manumu inchremuno at the wofin. Now on your day after taking your actions, there is a lot of explanations if you come do. Then you go explain tire. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, with you.
Couldn't the OSP have done this differently?
In which manner?
So for instance, to declare somebody fugitive, or rather you might have made several attempts of reaching the person, and Yimpano Sabia one son can.
Yeah.
Did the OSP explain that? Do we know for sure that the OSP has tried engaging Kenoforiata and he has not made himself available, or he cannot find where he is?
But don't see any press conference. No?
But at the part that I heard him, if there is more information, I wish to know. But I'm saying also, the lawyers, Atron, there, you can or seek medical attention.
So first of all, before that letter, there was an official invitation to Orake Noforiata.
When?
The date are not given. I mean, yes, but through correspondence, official write-ups, letters. Then he says that Orake Noforiata lawyers responded back indicated that now the man is out of the country indefinitely. For that reason, almost as solicitors, they act for and on behalf of their client. And issues be our they'll be, in the best position to respond on behalf of Ken Oforiatta. Then he wrote back to them indicating, say, Ken Oforiatta na nkasa no muhiano to answer certain specific questions in regards to certain issues. The National Cathedral, the SML deal, and then other issues. Yes, a war. Okay. Before the response came again, said, well, if that is the situation, Ken Oforiatta is seeking medical attention elsewhere. And for that reason, he cannot appear until somewhere after March, because per reviews, doctors don't eye on him. That is the period almost professor said by then, ebedu hono na wire fully fit obetim to coin back into the country. But he has said, from the initial conversations, it was not the position of the lawyers, second Oforiatta Yari. Initially, they had stated, Ken Oforiatta to coin indefinitely, without at the initial stage stating or telling the special prosecutor, or some level of ailment and a condition. So they ought to, see to it. Enti na utie ne press conference, they do baby no say for them as OSP, they do not believe said the excuse of he being sick or ill, right tumusa. So that is a comprehensive overview of the Okan.
That's it. Mr. Speaker, in that view, Christianity has not served Ghana well. Yamesum, especially in relation to Christianity. There is so much to be desired, because it looks like we have taken advantage of Christ to do so many ills to ourselves as a people and our country.
Kessben.
Okay, because yabesha ya selfita ya kwatina ku chapudim and profess that we are living a Christ-like attitude. Therefore, ye Christians inti sabi ye quote the Bible all the time. Yet we cannot be honest.
Didn't you honor for Christopher or then?
You reckon for that to quote the Bible power, and I believe he's a Christian. He wears white,
and that's my favorite color.
Who dash a white to them?
Oh, shut up! Oh, what up and now?
But, Mr. Speaker, you see, I am yo. Yesterday, after listening to everything, apart from the fact that still, despite the background you've given me, I feel that the OSP, well, sometimes you need certain pusher to let people understand how serious you take
the letter now. At lawyers in the release, even before that letter, now other correspondence they can answer.
Okay.
Yes.
It would have been good for us to know dates, to know the period with which. But you see, my only thing is that we are at a time where you don't want to do things certain commentaries overtake the shine out of the work that you're supposed to do. Because I know people who are even within the MPP who feel the pusher of the OSP, they support it. You understand? My only shock was for me MP, Afenyo Markin, to tell us that Ken Oforiatta is traumatized.
Somebody you have not seen. He was not even in the house.
I am shocked.
You might have spoken to him on phone.
Oh no.
How do you know?
I am shocked that here Ken Oforiatta is traumatized by what?
Kessben.
By the fact that he's been declared fugitive. He's traumatized. Hey, how shocking would it be for them? Like say Dragongo, shocking would it be for him? Like Papa Kwesindom. Some of all these people said they engaged him personally. In fact, to some of them, he said he gave them their word. His word. Though, even UT Bank crash or Yeneka say. You understand? Hey, you see, the me are trimming to America there. The Mukrofina, they say they are Christians. Appiah Kubi is saying that he's a devout Catholic. So we call ourselves Christians and we do this to our people and our country. You know, Yankopon don't remember too much. God has really given us a very long rope. And anxiety is not because of but Yankopon pincha wa yandu de or my brother yan fancy saying na adwene yan fancy suban. Because how can you rape your country like this? And Mr. Speaker, even some of the cases are amuna yet woman dream woman. I just can't think far. That the Ghana I am born, the Ghana Shayamutim, na yetu 23 million, ye wo one kutu. There, anybody who get opportunity to obey on your public office to obey serving. Now, no wonder there one will be public office on kuye juma what bonishiro, what bon powder.
Kessben.
What bon powder because okudidi peche in public service. But why did we say public servants? But we didn't call them public lords, public kings and queens. But we call them public servants. They said, "What about sum?" Why don't we bear one info? We do. But that's what we have turned it into. This is Uncle Zedra. They're the Obosumuno. They are just coming to lord over us. You see, the OSP's reactions and investigations, I just hope there it won't be talk shop. Because we've seen some before. Martinami at the end of the day, we didn't see what he even achieved. I always call him, he became the truth and dare special prosecutor. You dare me and I'll do this. Say this and I'll do that. That's all. Obey kasankwa chenchenka. Pise jabin bay. Nda wa makrodu watu eya watu. We still have not appreciated that office. Na ya setting. Sebe no one for so kesia yenya. But I'm not surprised there. People who came to create that office were later on fighting against that same office. The Speaker Bekaya Ken Crunchy, who was a member of the MPP. I'm saying was because I'm the Martinez is also watching. But at some point, he even contested for primaries within the party. The office of the special prosecutor court, I don't know whether the Masamno, there has been a ruling. I think there's been a ruling, huh? Ken Crunchy, or the OSP office in the court there should be scrapped. Yehu Lotto forecast friend party Paul Adumochi mounted a serious attack on the office of the special prosecutor. We saw a whole lot of things that was done to that office. From the same party that created that office. So you set up an office that you want to fight corruption. Then one kasasu you end up fighting that same office. In fact, to the extent that Abua Popun, they had issues with the OSP. So I want to say to Yera Kisi Jabe. Some people have been saying that he want to catch the president's eye. I don't know what it means, because I thought his position has security of tenor. I don't know, those people who are saying that he want to catch the president, I mean what they want to say. Because that office, yes, we're secure. Yeah. So it is an opportunity for him to catch the eye of the people, but not the president. Omana yan ma timemufunu yen feel the ampa. The office of the Special Prosecutor no here, and it should be something that we should cherish and hold dear to all of us. Because so we should see the dividend from that investment I make. Because Mr. Speaker, I share the cases, the money that is involved.
Yeah.
If we should get money back from all these cases, or you get to more also see the IMF. Ghana yiska. Ibizu Ghana yetiskado. But we are sitting on this rot. How can we have money? The loopholes are getting too much. And it seems that and then a new government comes in. And some people too are quiet because what the one bottle. Ibimu edi from na what's what the one bottle. They think they can't wait. What Trenkakranam from Alfado, then they can really go and start doing whatever they plan to do. That is what I tell you, though, because sorry, I can't snatch up with them, ye Christian.
That was it for Mama.
They have duped this country. And they've taken our resources and money. And they are sitting quietly because when you know, be a home, when you mean away. And Yankupon ni pincher no one, and a pay Yankupon na mestre. That sometimes he should find his own way of dealing with some of these things. Because Mr. Speaker, sometimes because the roads that we ply on, some of them do not last because of corruption.
Yeah.
Some of the roads are causing accidents, killing people because of this corruption. The hospitals are yin. Sometimes it's because of this corruption. That's how people are dying. Nankande cholera, ukumyimpa Ghana. All because of this corruption. And Sika and Kebu to Yada Bebria because of this corruption and corrupt attitudes in Ninarako. We are not crucifying Kenefurata. But what we are saying is that we want justice to be done. Because we, the people, we have suffered for too long. And instead of them to serve us, they've come to rape us.
We're talking about the Attorney General and a press conference at exactly 10:30. It is expected as a former Attorney General, Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, will speak to the press. And stay with me. Meba na yatu ankomodie no eso.
First in the Chakwana, I am in tea, a yes, you can say, Nasha Pantalona sweater. I hate the church, I say, just a pimple, says what you said to me. Saint John, and Chawi, the piano waka to this. To try the woman, when I'm to my propo yoko, Mawo, in the two measure shoe. Church, I say, you know, whenever. When I'm to my proper, if free sentinel for Church Beauty Soap, Church on Quibby, Mr. Beya Bajina, for Church Seminary, Mansana, no bombs in the best. For Church Seminary, that's the Church on Quibby, never right to more. Skin to skin, when I'm dead, Church no go. Them the way, FDA, I remind you.
This is 92.9. 92.9 This is 92.9 the more variety. Perfect. 92.9. 92.9 the radio station that other radio stations listen to.
There someone there. Why Kase we change na your medicine after death. Means son.
But what Jachiko is in there? No?
So see Jachisi or no perse
trial no we are in that
yes
court
that was a slip on the part of the Attorney General. I don't think it was a proper thing to have said. As it say, oh yeah, yeah. But okay, say Jachiko is doesn't mean these people almost say omunjo muhundi. I say does that mean say niawa grant omo nolly prosecutor no omo editu mu say omo ye boni bia na ndina wa ye ne sa na. I think it was your decision. I have reviewed these ones. What I say, wait me review here. If I make a reviewer, I would want to do it. To Tatuti Kata, you granting a pardon or rejecting it. And then he continued. So you can actually file a null prosecutor. Nani pano. Oh, you're interested, like he claims. What I say? No, enko push case. No, also it cannot be done. It can be done. So I think that it was a slip. It was a slip, an unfortunate slip, an avoidable slip. That was it. Look at. Godfrey, you bought that bit my press conference. Yeah, fino.
What happened is why
I'm feeling the way our Kasa Omunipa Kasa Basabazano. I want to see him today. Whether he will be speaking with that arrogance, that pomposity. I want to see. That guy was extravagantly arrogant. I want to see. My who were caught from a focal case and MPP versus a focal versus MPP time, no. And the way our Kasa Gregory Paul and Kasa Paul Afoku, no, I'm some special time I call coordinator. I have seen this guy and I know that that guy is filled with pride.
Oh, can a Juma why ya na so
why
the personal
Juma na why na ti me ye yi Gloria Akufo-Addo ana ye ma Gloria Akufo-Addo kotna ase ye di no ba ya pena me say Gloria will tell you the truth. Gloria will write excellent professional advice. Gloria ntimi nyenema almost we know. And they needed somebody who can do some of these things. Attorney General Waba no a party lawyer defending people against the state. I speaker.
Me too.
Wait, as some fagana ho yano a fa name ni ho and I know he was a party lawyer. Working in the clove of Attorney General. One kind of crentino. And I'm also so on don't back my train and there. But Nobel Kabian, it cannot invalidate the fact say no only prosecutor no ya file nipa no mo omo atom asa for 8 years 7 years wo bibi anka waye no wa no 7 years ebi 8 years ebi 6 years wo bibi ya anka waye of example for no dey say leak tape yi to why when I want to me waduma jakpa no mu die wi wakwa ma court diabo na wako file appeal adina abo diabo appeals hardly succeed in this country. In this country rarely do appeals succeed. Entino ya tuogwa edembu case bembu which case again and yes I democracy have the way You know, you say you were prosecuting wrong people. And you know, there now, Abeka. Because my friend on 20, me then hear make a see. The advisor will cancel and now or your micro offending Independent Day celebration. Micro independent because you were minority, micro minority, you know. And then your independent is a macro celebration. And you're good on the surface. So you got Mate, and now you're spending 50 million Ghana cities. Correct. And you're good. So we are not going to spend 50 million again. How much are we going to spend? Say. We are no Jubilee House in Kwa. Yeah, regional ones or not. Never district assemblies in the way or more than Kagranga Grabino. You miss I won't say, how much are we going to save Ghana? That I want to know. That is the only way I major. You see, already we send it to the Jubilee House. Now, best spending 50 million.
I don't need a few states, officials.
So there will be no cost.
Among us, there will be no cost.
That is what I want to know. The details is not in the declaration. There must be details attached to this declaration. Now, you must have banner your 2 years. Emphasis say bahon. Emphasis bahon. These people are not extravagant. They promise they will protect the public purse. Indeed, they are protecting the public purse. So, we catch them, monsieur, and now we use 15 million. You go voter region. Who? You call Tamale, you do saying. And averagely, what I mean, say 5 million, 15 million, you use me was speaker.
Yeah.
And then, you don't call Tamale.
You be
call Takradi.
You be
you saying. Let's know how much. 100,000. That's the Jubilee House on Kwande, Bibia or whatever. 100,000, 50,000. How much are we using? Okay, and we are. Now, watch it. Okay, Sikana and Kayebe yuzu na yan yuzu no. Ebia, schools under trees.
First year admission.
First year, no. You get me right. Put it into something. Let's know. So, okay, we na yan no. Emphaswa yen niye.
Okay.
I'm saying this because it happens in Tanzania. Magafoli ewo hono. In 2015 or cancel year no or the what Dar es Salaam, the capital. Do you get it? Or the year in 2020 the same thing one year we diverted scan into another project. Now coupon told in Safreno add woman it buy no I Samia Sulu buy no 2022 she did the same thing or cancel year no so look we are using that money $445,000 Now, what the bagana, we turn 3.780 million. Omudi see 8 dormitories for children of special needs at about 3-4 kilometers intervals. So, number you met me at Sanomudia school. So, you can point to tangibles. See, when we cancelled, budget anka yedi and you cancel and when you see. Are you getting my point? That is what I'm saying. Yes, it is not just a matter of you reduce it to the Jubilee House. It's not a matter of you cancel the original ones. But what is coming out of it? The end product near then. Because budget I'm fine. Let's be able to see it and point to it. Okay, John Dramani Mama Baya will cancel you and now will reduce you. This is what we have. That's there and just our part there. Not a back corner. There's nothing to show there. Then there's because you've been after party for what I say.
Okay.
Yeah, after party into who year if you are. So my tea once. Until we have gone after SIF match, a be Namlabadi beach, be citizen mate match decided to say Anka Obeko Kenya. So I say, no, of course, celebrate. But who year if you ask, I speak at that things that yes, it is good, but we want to see the dividends.
Citizen Baminchio and Sandia Collins.
Mr. Speaker, I think Maakye has said most of the things I wanted to say on the Attorney General position to drop the 10 cases. I mean, my issue is it could have been a better way of handling this as well. I would say the Chachuchi Kata ne isa uche no only been a Jachukwe in the other year. You see, when the law courts, I mean, discharges you, on manner obia use the opportunity to call you clearing agent. Even though I don't think the issue of clearing agents comes in here, because we also saw cases that didn't even start prosecution. Now the chief clearing agent Abakade in default. Njoma difficult for any state institution as our president is in default one to go and investigate and prosecute such move. I mean, we all saw it in Akunta mining issues. We saw it even my dear Cecilia Crampo no I tough. It should do baby no SP no ye yoku. They all were saying they don't have jurisdiction. Yama kodo omanyimu. Yama kodo omanyimu, and that's why I'm saying I like the fact that now there seems to be a new breath of confidence coming into state institutions, and I hope they will be able to do their work. But in any case, the Attorney General has also done well by deciding there, even though our opportunity not to explain or anybody explanation, but he has decided to come and give some explanations to why or drop those cases. I think it's a step in a good direction. It shows that you have good governance and you're tassy. And I hope that we will rather take steps to ensure a proper procedure in dealing with cases whereby you can express your what is the word? I mean, but I don't know why it's right there. This is something I forgot. Anyway, but the most important thing I want to say is that OSP, Attorney General, we show class. I just hope that slip that happened, and I thought it was a very unfortunate slip. I also agree it was a very unfortunate one. I mean, you could have decided not to even talk about it at all, because it's not part of issues that you've considered. Obi Baby said that there are some other cases that are pending before the court. It's been going on for years. Have you even taken steps to look through and see whether there are reasons why it should be continued or not? And I think we should go beyond political cases and deal with other issues that the state might not have sufficient evidence against them. Mr. Speaker, the Ghanaian publisher,
Kessben.
Ghanaian publisher, page 7. The Futu Traditional Council launches Abortion 2025. Me simpe minjaho mamunko. But you see,
no pay account was a mama.
Oh, but that's it. Send me in South America. Neyin gati otoday so. While launch Abortion with the Futu Traditional Council. I don't cry when he used the opportunity to talk about renewable lands and sort of try to exonerate one of his children. Honorable Appiah Kubi. Well, I won't let it mar the beauty of Abortion. Echin yababoho ne yabaka wasa. Then you say some of the things that have gone on so far in Simpower and Fair. Matsnaha and several other places Maka about Winneba Yansasi and how some people who were positioned at certain places within the Lands Commission, other places, just for certain people to secure lands in Winneba. And Obon, Mr. Speaker, maybe at a good time, we might spend time and talk about Assassin Simpa. And in Kofu Bebria, they've lost their lands based on some of these people who think they have position. What do you call Winneba Secondary School land at all? Winneba Secondary School, baby, I would do what I do. They will go in the name of so go to granite too. So I them who. And some people had the temerity to write to Winneba Secondary School to tell them them land in your ward until one floor. And most of these people were former position holders. Krukra was former chairman of the MPP in Winneba. Inti Damansa Samano Yabaka wants some, but about May 4th, save the date. Saturday, May 4th, will be the grand finale. Into Ochade, Sepede Quantama, from May 1st, our holiday is to May 5th. Winneba is a place to go to. Into Bibiara, Moshe, Miss Mayazi, and say Janyazi one son. Na the beautiful and windy
this year
windy bay.
Yeah, the Makati Beko.
The beautiful and windy bay.
Last year was beautiful. I witnessed it myself for the first time.
Yeah, it's Makati. Over to you. Yeah, we're quite a grand. And pay me in charge for your marking.
My found course. Why?
Yeah, Makati Baba. Into Nehi, say
0550 922 929 055 2911 929 0550 922 929 055 2911 929 and no any numbers are no pay yeah the FR course 0550 922 929 055 2911 929. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. Open you didn't baby a case free.
Dr. Highness Nature Poly.
Highness, go ask some community on free chopoli.
Meda sini ejumapa obo any panelist no so me meda o masi analysis no mo ye no me pepa many you pa na keno for ata sem na ye kan na microphone BC said dia OS be ka sem no enye di say yes wa ma ya say oyare or the hospital wo baby na say ya jiri ye hwan koji ye sika free keno for ata hona say ene o wu free ya say ye koji sa scan way eti ene tentema ya na wo say ko Jesus kan na ye me ya say me ni baby owo no anka say dia bakati kan no aka mekwa ko yiri no aka mo ho for police for say ye ya no wo Ghana e wi o man ni sika enti omo deporting no maye ena NDC for no su a ogugu parliament no omo behavior say they are not men adentina mama ya ka ko apologize say omo ko invade ni house enti I don't know. NDC akasa omuye tu fieru. Mida asi why? Mida asi Mr. Speaker.
Hi, there's a front to us. Thank you. 0550-922-929, 0552-911-929, 0550-922-929, 0552-911-929. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Open you did this all free.
Yeah, Speaker. Abuko komile.
Abu Maminti or Quasam.
Me Jackas Macatana, a lawyer, make your money. Atamana no Macan. And independent, they know almost personal. Ayanoko, almost a cana of the bono. The cano, Omumbokas, cano, dear nobody for ye. No man can make out of 1 hours a year. And the Apana to Mam, you have to have a pa, and the more you have to Mapa. Lazama, not the cano, killing the body quack. Na akiri nko ti se modia embo o meze obi anime se me campaign de ye ma end is but me de me kworo o ma reye na se ya di ba de ni ma ho bi amasa ye be te na de ya ai party no e to mo reye no mo ye na be anda on fenke na Ghana for ndi o mo ndi me da ase
Meda say Abuko komlele 0550-922-929 055 2911-929 0550-922-929 055-2911-929. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Who did this all case free?
Me Patrick from Speaker. Speaker,
keno for that asem.
Yes.
And yes, you can say no say ko mo chinimra. No for me dia public go be a hu su ban body no mo dey oh my way. Omo kan o be down for now kan one no wo for na do no omo no mo ye Ghana down for sanko for omo no mo ye Ghana down for. Emo say speaker nko emo say Special Prosecutor say keno for that. Or go for they have to bring them to book. Omo no mo kan be na MPP you fear bre ene. Me they say you revoke appointment. You judging for you me de pa because what bush na phone call am say sure. Let us say when you am intra.
Beda so for front to us 0550922929 0552911929 and no any your numbers no ma yemfa wa dwen share no. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, speaker.
Yes sir. Open you dey baby akasa free.
Mpacha fami kokuba ko me kata free lashibi. I want to say.
We go ye ho ye mami nti on free lashibi why?
Beda sepa na misha me chairman ya makati ne Debra and management na Mr. Amo Kessben my idea. Minya Donald Trump on say can of rata yadika wanted ana because I saw America Minnesota. And then America kura and Ghana and Kessben yepe Minnesota. America and Donald Trump one key upon a choice what here. Onko hospital honoma ompa can of rata manali sika and sana the because finance minister one party.
We go sika akodi kan ho.
But I say
Usika akodi kan oferata.
Na sika special prosecutor bubo ye. Send ho newo. Or the kohifa. Because se me usi dan, usi asori dan na utu na mana. Ye hu se wa she concrete bia ho, wa ntu blogu bia ho. Amna na utu ya ye ho eda ho. Enti sika na ewa $8 million na ewa. Ewa nifa. Eti ni ye pa ne chew. Special prosecutor say opa omra first na no meta se no mumita na nsem. Speaker me no wa asem a. Se nya me lawyer na be yi asem na ko nya nsem na na bia me lawyer na pra woni. Enti e wo se me yankasa. Me betra woni na me no ubisa me na me yi ano, ubisa me na me yi ano. Enti se ye no lawyer for no kan ye bi to kan. Am bi o mo do ma na bro. Gadia na bi be gina o ye. Onum se na
Ekula na timi anjina so ye. Meda say 0550922929 0552911929. Hello.
Hello.
Yes sir, Open. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yeah.
But you free radio na TV na ho. Why?
Me low volume no kra.
Odi dey say okasa free na mentio.
Me friend me job me friend sound.
Ba mentio e ko asam so.
No kwasam say me enu ana me share say my Afenyo Maakye. Na aso okasa ma Foyata. Who say omukura Afenyo Maakye to ni kwasa okasa because wo the MPP party crack opposition. So, until nipa na muompo amoya minority to say no tama na Foyata kura okwa mo na mo president win because onyade. Nipa tigana sika kise gene kasisi awaya wo hatu kwansi sika oti wo. So, until nyama bi o ha me se ma ama se on poswa omo tigana sika no on chuom no bi face kan mam Ghana back. Ye fasia school education na ye yakwa ye nyina ye panye ena me da o partners so asisa o match o magin pa o awa mo ye ni nyamisha mo pa o yo kwa mdu amangani
Medas your for front to us 05509229 0552911929 mamemfa last two calls na yemfa phone no NC. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Please, I want to contribute to your program.
Very well, please. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Nana Kofi. I'm calling from Maakye.
Okay, Nana, carry on.
Okay, now I wanted to find out from the host. It's Ken Oforiata. A special prosecutor says, can one at some black investigation? He seems say those are more fresh, no? Obiafra or say Ken Oforiata a risk. It's impressive or clarify that position, no? More Obiafra say. Or back for investigation and not the risk.
Nana Medase, thank you. I'm in fact last caller 0550922929 0552911929 and no your numbers no. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the
Bacho Pija Neso Kakramamba. We need to say
Bacho make a George, make a sesi nungwa.
George Maminti on free nungwa.
Because the magazine say Ghana and penny for sometimes we will power we see union, we see to a union. That you know me say our motion on yes I get now I'm more than nothing, no quarter dawa. Me and party, me and fan of funny and no another boama on my API. That's it.
Mention Medas, John, thank you very much. Na Mamin Casa Yan Casa Cano for Ateriesca, Pacho Mutiania, don't misquote us, Yan Casa Cano for Ateriesca. The special prosecutor Kayano, and one the church him. So he's been invited for investigation and interrogation. Mamin Fawi, hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, sir. Open you did this all casa free.
Pacho, me the Kukumi Katafi Ashawa.
Kuma minti on fresh shaman, Coasams.
Me Pacho, me present music at Visiano. I had the way at times among Focusana and ye. One case were Yesica. It did not answer, never do on any. I am Muntin Chirimuni and Sana, so was in the American Pacho. Yes, I'm not saying yes, it be a information.
Until here, so be information, I'll be friend and best here, free. Why?
Pacho, and Meda, I'll be chia Bubi and Sanso.
Thank you. My member may guest in a so now 1 minute each. Young call your time. Right. Chazi.
Speaker.
Yes.
I say fugitive no. You could declare number one fugitive. At the time, na number one kwa kusha yoku for or kusha president. Or so or ko Dubai. Ko jini sika aba. Or free Dubai pe. Or free Ghana pen or more declare no fugitive wanted. So I don't see anything wrong with declaring Ken Ofori-Atta wanted. He must be brought to this country dead or alive.
Okay. Medase, cancel.
I think the unnecessary PR job be more area on this thing. We should stop. I don't see how in issues of accountability there is so much essence to be doing press conferences and all those things to justify. Mr. Speaker, and pay me catch the new patriotic party. If they want somebody to lead press conferences for them, especially in cases like this, the last person should be their national organizer. The last person they should choose to do a press conference on subjects like this should be their national organizer. And in the party are already unhappy with him. So if you want a serious thing done to court certain pleasure or court certain sympathy or court certain attention, that should be the last person.
Kessben.
That should be the last person. So when you won't go be a party for.
Okay, Medase, thank you very much.
The radio station that other radio stations listen to.